Welcome to Wisdom of the Bible channel. Long ago, before the great flood swept over the earth, before God's judgment fell on humanity, there lived a righteous man favored by the Lord. He was wise, skilled in crafting, and chosen by God to witness the wonders of the heavens. God lifted him to see the divine mysteries, the radiant dwelling of the Almighty, and the unchanging realm of His glory. He saw the Lord's many-eyed servants, shining brighter than the sun, His throne surrounded by endless light, the ordered elements, the cherubim's indescribable songs, and a splendor no human had ever seen. His name was Enoch, son of Jared, and he shared the secrets of the 10 heavens. God took him there, and he wrote down all he saw in the second book of Enoch. Let us now explore his sacred journey. When Enoch was 165 years old, he fathered his son Methuselah. He lived 200 more years, reaching a total of 365 years. One day, alone in his house, he rested on his bed and fell asleep. In his sleep, deep sorrow filled his heart, and he wept, confused by the distress and unsure of what it meant. Then, 2 enormous men appeared, unlike any he had seen on earth. Their faces glowed like the sun, their eyes burned like fire, and flames came from their mouths. Their clothes were purple, their wings brighter than gold, their hands whiter than snow. Standing by his bed, they called him by name. Enoch awoke, saw them clearly, and was overcome with fear, his face changing from terror. They said to him, "Have courage, Enoch. Do not fear. The eternal God sent us to you. And lo, you shall today ascend with us into heaven. Tell your sons and household what to do in your absence, and let no one seek you until the Lord brings you back." Enoch quickly obeyed, left his house, and went to the doors as instructed. He called his sons Methuselah, Regem, and God, and told them of the wonders the men had shared. He said, "Listen, my children, I do not know where I am going or what will happen to me. Do not turn from God to follow vain things that did not create heaven or earth, for they will perish, along with those who worship them. May the Lord strengthen your hearts in His fear. Let no one look for me until the Lord returns me to you." After Enoch spoke, the angels lifted him on their wings, carried him to the first heaven, and set him on the clouds. There, he looked and saw the ether above, then gazed at a vast sea, larger than any on earth. They showed him 200 angels who ruled the stars and flew to serve those who sail. He saw the storehouses of snow, guarded by angels, and the clouds they moved through. Next, the angels took Enoch to the second heaven, where he saw darkness deeper than any on earth. There, prisoners hung, awaiting a great judgment. These angels looked darker and more fearsome than the darkness itself, weeping endlessly. Enoch asked his guides, "Why are they tortured so?" They answered, "These are God's rebels who disobeyed His commands, following their own will and their prince, who is bound in the 5th heaven." Enoch felt pity for them, and they greeted him, saying, "Man of God, pray for us to the Lord." He replied, "Who am I, a mortal, to pray for angels? Who knows where I go or what will happen to me, or who will pray for me?" The angels then led him to the 3rd heaven, where he looked down and saw beautiful produce unlike any on earth. He saw sweet-smelling trees, their fruits fragrant, and the tree of life where the Lord rests when He enters paradise. This tree was beyond description, adorned with golden, fiery beauty, bearing every kind of fruit. Its roots reached the garden at the earth's end, in a paradise between corruption and purity. 2 springs flowed with honey and milk, and others with oil and wine, dividing into 4 parts, circling gently into Eden's paradise. Every tree there bore fruit, and 300 bright angels tended the garden, singing sweet, endless songs to serve the Lord. Enoch said, "How very sweet is this place." His guides replied, "This place, O Enoch, is prepared for the righteous who endure evil, avoid sin, judge fairly, feed the hungry, clothe the naked, lift the fallen, help orphans, and serve God alone. For them, this place is their eternal home." They then led him to a northern place in the 3rd heaven, showing him a terrifying place of cruel darkness, fire, frost, and ice, where merciless angels tortured with fierce weapons. Enoch exclaimed, "Woe, woe, how very terrible is this place!" His guide said, "This place, O Enoch, is for those who dishonor God, committing sins against nature, like child corruption, magic, witchcraft, and wicked deeds. They steal, lie, cause trouble, envy, fornicate, murder, and harm the poor for gain. They let the hungry starve and the naked suffer, ignoring their Creator to worship lifeless gods. For them, This place is their eternal punishment. The angels then took Enoch to the fourth heaven, showing him the paths of the sun and moon. He measured their movements and saw the sun's light was greater than the moon's. The sun moved swiftly, never resting, guided by 4 great stars, each with 1,000 stars beneath it, and 15 myriads of angels attended it. He saw phoenixes and chalkidri, marvelous creatures with lion-like feet, crocodile heads, and rainbow-like appearances, each with 12 wings, carrying heat as God commanded. The angels took Enoch to the eastern gates of the sun, where it rises according to the seasons and hours. He measured 6 gates, each 61 stadia and a quarter, through which the sun passes, completing the year's cycle. They showed him the western gates, where the sun sets, guarded by 400 angels. At night, the sun moves under the earth, shining in the 8th hour, joined by phoenixes and chalkidri singing to the Lord. Enoch saw the sun's rays light up the earth. The angels explained the sun's cycle, a great creation lasting 28 years before restarting. They showed him the moon's path through 12 gates, moving from west to east, completing 365 and a quarter days, while the lunar year has 354 days, differing by 12 days. Every 3 years, a quarter day is omitted, adjusting the calendar. The moon moves swiftly, lower than other circles, with angels of 6 wings guiding its 7-fold course over 19 years. In the 5th heaven, Enoch saw countless soldiers called Grigori, giant-like with withered faces and silent mouths, offering no service. He asked, "Why are they so sad and silent?" His guides answered, "These Grigori, with their prince Satanael, rejected the Lord of Light. Some went to earth, took human wives, and defiled the world with their deeds, creating giants and lawlessness. God judged them, and they weep for their brothers, awaiting punishment on the Lord's great day." Enoch spoke to them, urging them to serve God, and they listened. 4 trumpets sounded, and the Grigori sang together, their voices rising to the Lord. The angels then took Enoch to the 6th heaven, where 7 bands of glorious angels shone brighter than the sun. They governed the stars, moon, sun, seasons, rivers, seas, fruits, and every blade of grass, recording all human deeds. 6 phoenixes, cherubim, and 6 winged beings sang endlessly, delighting Enoch with their marvelous songs. In the 7th heaven, Enoch saw a great light and fiery archangels, dominions, cherubim, seraphim, and many-eyed beings. Fear gripped him, but his guide said, "Have courage, Enoch, do not fear." They showed him the Lord on his high throne in the 10th heaven, called Aravoth in Hebrew. Heavenly troops stood on 10 steps, bowing to the Lord and returning to their places, singing in boundless light. The cherubim and seraphim, ever near the throne, sang, "Holy, holy, holy Lord, ruler of Sabbath, heavens and earth are full of your glory." The angels left Enoch alone, and he fell on his face, terrified, saying, "Woe is me! What has befallen me?" The Lord sent Archangel Gabriel, who said, "Have courage, Enoch, arise and come with me." Gabriel carried him like a leaf on the wind to the Lord's face in the 8th heaven, called Muzaloth, where seasons and constellations shift. In the 9th heaven, Kuchavim, Enoch saw the heavenly homes of the 12 constellations. In the 10th heaven, Aravoth, Enoch saw the Lord's face, glowing like molten iron, sparking and burning, too marvelous to describe. He could not fathom the Lord's instructions, voices, throne, or the countless cherubim and seraphim singing. Falling before the Lord, Enoch heard him say, "Have courage, Enoch, stand before my face forever." Archangel Michael removed Enoch's earthly clothes, anointed him with divine ointment, and dressed him in glory, making him like the glorious ones. The Lord called Archangel Pravil, wiser than others, to bring books from his storehouses. Pravil gave Enoch a reed to write 366 books, recording all of heaven, earth, seas, elements, stars, seasons, angels, and human deeds. The Lord said, "Enoch, sit on my left with Gabriel. All you see I created from nothing, before all was visible. I alone moved in the invisible, but found no peace, so I made all things." Thus Enoch's journey ended, revealing God's supreme reign, his justice, and his eternal plan for the righteous.
Hello, dear viewers. Thank you for watching our channel, Wisdom of the Bible. I personally invite you to subscribe to our channel. It supports us and helps us create more videos. Thank you, and God bless you.